Welcome to the Doomsday Report. Now, on this episode, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome the return of Corrupt the motherfucking system. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Doomsday Report.
Thanks for having us, man.
Thanks very much.
Now, on this episode, I've not actually prepared any questions. I just want to have a loose chat with you, find out what you've been up to over the last few years, and see what the plans are for Corrupt.
Yeah, cool.
Now, the last time you was here, I think it was in arse end of 2018, beginning of 2019.
Yes.
And then nothing happened. So what happened to make nothing happen? I know you was busy with Take Today.
Yeah, I mean, like we were after. The last time we played the 13th Note was what? About
2018.
2018 was about 4 years ago, and I don't know. I live about 2 hours away, so that made the commuting it kind of difficult.
I didn't actually realise you stayed that far away.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's not just that as well. That was like the last gig of the tour. Right, we were burned out at that point as well. It was just like, fuck, we need a break, because it was constant gigging that year as well. We were going like 2 or 3 gigs every couple of weeks, and it was getting heavy for a while.
You had a performance down in Leeds as well, didn't you?
Yes, that was one of the better shows of that tour.
Yes, it was.
That tour kind of didn't end on a good note.
No.
Had to cancel the last show in London due to accommodation issues and
bad planning.
Bad planning. Yeah, pretty much.
The fact you get told if you park your car outside your accommodation, it's getting towed.
Aye, pretty much. And and I mean, when we're booking, when I was trying to sort the tour out, I kind of overshot it. It should have been a week, but I was like, we can do 2 weeks, it's no bother. No, that was a terrible idea. We should have ended it in was it Birmingham or something?
Aye, should have been,
great show to end the tour on, but it just went
Birmingham
tits
was
up.
really good.
Yeah, it was really good. And it just went tits up from there.
So, was that your first proper tour as a band then?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So what can you say that you learned from that?
Get someone else to drive as somebody that's better at booking accommodations, I think. Make sure that money's dealt with before hitting the road is the big one, and make sure accommodations are solid, because the first night we had in Wales was awkward as fuck. We were at the understanding that we've got this full house to ourselves. No, here comes the owner walking in. You've only got the room up the stair, by the way.
And there were 7 of us, and she thought there was only 5. So
No, she thought there was only 3 of us.
did she think there was only 3? Oh, well.
There was 5 extra.
That's right. And me, Adam, and a guy that was doing merch for us ended up going to a hostel and hoping we'd get a private room. No. So lying in the bottom bunk, this guy comes in and climbs the ladder. My head's at the ladder, and honest to God, man, I've never smelt feet so bad in my life. I thought I was going to die. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. But
we've had some good times in hostels, especially in Dundee. We've had
Dundee
fucking great times at the backpackers hostel. Fucking all we had done was laugh and joke and fight seagulls.
Because also we're being noisy.
Aye, that's good, because you were shouting at the phone to somebody.
But I mean, in hindsight, I'd definitely do a tour again. But because it was our first tour, and
It was blind.
Kind of jumped the gun a bit with it, it was poorly well, kind of half and half poorly organised. The first half was okay, second half really bad.
We know what to do and what not to do next time if we do it. And even if it starts off as going for a weekender down south and then coming back up, start that way.
Pretty much.
Go for there.
And now, I suppose, between since the start of COVID and now, 3 of us have become parents as well, so that kind of slows things down a bit too. And so I think we're just taking it easy and not going kind of head first into things. If an opportunity comes along and we can do it, brilliant. If not, it's just that's how it is, really. And it's nothing to do with stopping. But when I got asked to join Take Today, we hadn't really.
We'd gone quite quiet.
Yeah, we'd gone really quiet, and not a lot was really happening. And I was quite busy with Take Today. And then I'd spoken to the guys, and they said, right, we're not really doing much. How do you feel about kind of calling it quits? And it wasn't a hiatus. It was just flat out calling it quits. But there was no animosity, nothing. And everybody was like, yeah, you know what, kind of makes sense. And then yourself asked us to come back and play. I said to the lads, I'm like, yeah, cool, no bother. And I can only speak for myself here. When we got back into the rehearsal room, it was just nothing had changed. Like 3 years, not being in the same room with each other, not seeing each other at all, and it felt like I'd seen them the day before. It was not way when you see, like you don't see a friend for a long time, meet up with them, and it's just exactly the same. There's no getting to know you process again. It's just there.
Just jumping back into the groove sort of thing.
There was no nothing weird. It was just straight in.
And we only forgot how to play one song.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. Which is
Nice.
well, that might change tonight.
Yeah.
But so it was. So that kind of, again, I can only speak for myself here. That kind of said to me that this is there's something really good here.
It works.
It works, and we all work well together. Yeah, we butt heads, but like who doesn't really? Not everybody can get along, particularly before kind of that 3 year and not doing anything. We're pretty much in each other's pockets. Most of myself and Paul lived together for a good while. You pretty much lived with me. Gary, you were just
the
there.
three of them.
Yeah, he was the youngest and the most sensible.
I just told you that as well. Obviously, we were on the same class at college, so we were in there. So we were rehearsing there. Like I could easily say we were rehearsing nearly every day. So we were together every day. Maybe we'd have 1 or 2 days away chilling out, but it was just constant on the go, and that was for a good 5 years. It was just in each, Neil says, in each other's faces, always playing. It was like, right, I stepped back. I think it's paid off because
I think so. Yeah.
Everything. It felt the excitement was there coming back in for the first time. It was like, right, okay, we're still going. We can still do this.
Yeah.
We've not gave up completely.
No, I mean, out of probably all 4 of us, you're the one that kind of were saying like, can we do something? Can we get together? Can we get together just for a jam? And we were just like, yeah, cool. We'll try whenever. And then again, yourself asked us to do it, and then kind of give us a boot up the arse to actually get in the rehearsal room and play.
I'm surprised that happened because I really had signed off on it. I thought it was,
Yeah, well,
I thought that was it.
before we all decided to kind of call it quits, you were pretty had the mindset of like you didn't want to do it anymore anyway, weren't you? Yeah. And
then you really
changed your mind with that then?
I realised I actually kind of like the three of them.
well, we like you too, Gary.
I've got nothing better to do basically.
It fills the time.
So I very nearly just gave up altogether during COVID as well. I had my guitars hanging on the wall, so a good 2 years I didn't even touch a guitar or anything. I was ready to sell everything and just stop with music.
Your guitars were just expensive ornaments then for a period.
Yes. So without the Judgment Day gig coming up, I probably would have just sold everything and just gave up, really. So it's kept me in music. Shut up. So it's kept me playing music that way, just getting asked to do Judgment Day and getting us back together because I'd stopped looking for other bands.
I remember speaking to the pair of you individually.
Yes.
You know, on separate occasions, and I said to you about, are you still interested in being like playing as Corrupt? And the pair were, and that kind of set cogs off. That's quite annoying. Somebody beeping me all the time. But I kind of set the cogs going. In my mind, who better to like open up our annual event than the return of a band that a lot of people within the Glasgow metal community likes.
I think as well, beforehand, because a lot of shows that we were playing, like, again, me being far away, it's a struggle for me to sell tickets, because it's a lot of travelling for folk, not all the time, but sometimes, and a bit like Gary, I kind of signed off on, like, nobody who, it doesn't seem like anybody really wants to come out and see us, but then the Judgment Day gig, there was an audience there, like a proper audience. I was like, okay, cool. There's something shifted here. This is like people actually like us. You know what I mean? And at one, like other than the same kind of some few people come up to us and good show and all that, the usual formalities.
Yeah.
But it kind of showed us as well that there's a reason to be doing it. And Jamie from Nocturne Wolf, I'd spoken to him a couple of times, and he was always asking me, so he's getting back together, is that happening? We'll see.
I actually heard the story about this, the podcast that you've done.
Man. And I never say never. Never say never.
I feel so lucky as well. When we originally posted the breakup message in 2019, I think it was actually Gary that put up just a complete laugh reunion tour 2023. So I think you commented that on that post and was this some reunion to
I can only
2020?
apologise.
You jinxed it. You jinxed it.
Now, so what is your favourite bit about being back together again as a band, as a unit, as brothers playing metal? What's your favourite bit?
It's being friends again. I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's not. It's like the band's turning 10 next February, and it's like when you're a band that long, it's not just a band. It's like you're really, really close friends, and I think for anybody, as cheesy as it sounds, you do become kind of family. And it's nice, man.
It is a brotherhood.
Like absolutely. Like what at the last show, the Judgment Day show, I'd said on stage that like there's no place I'd rather be than on stage with these guys at that moment in time, and I 100% stand by it. And there's just something else for me with these guys on stage. It just fits for me. It's
beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's touched me right in the feels, you know. Now, moving on from Judgment Day to tonight, what are the plans going forward into next year?
Well,
New material.
Yes,
we're working on some
absolutely.
new material. We've got something else in the pipeline as well that's we're going to be starting working on very soon. I think. Do we keep it a secret now?
Yes,
or
I just
we'll keep that. We'll keep that one a secret.
Keep that a secret.
Keep that one a secret.
We've got something in the pipeline, and then definitely new material. Which the last time you interviewed us, which was God knows when, it was
2018,
yeah,
just
in
after
Ivy
the tour.
Blacks, we were talking about kind of doing everything DIY. So I think that's still the game plan because, well,
It's cheaper.
yeah,
It's cheaper with gig.
we're all skint, but as like equipment's progressed, it's doable.
It's more about having control, I'd say.
I would definitely say so.
Aye.
Creative control as well, and not having somebody else kind of
Dictating what's how it's going.
and try to pull money out of you.
Aye.
Not that happens a lot.
We're not
and I've
a-
worked with a lot of
Is
people
that
that
something you experienced with the previous recordings then?
kind of.
It
I'm
wasn't
not going to name any names, but kind
It
of.
wasn't so much that as well. Obviously, with the album as well, we were going on a budget, so it was like, right, we'll get this amount of money, so that gives us this amount of time. We need to get it finished in that
Yeah,
time.
aye,
So,
absolutely.
so at that point, it does feel a bit rushed. Obviously, me and Neil went back down. I think it was a year or just before the
It's-
album came out. And we
it's like a
re-recorded
year
some
or
parts
something, yeah.
before the album was. We re-recorded some parts just to make it a bit chunkier. But then it was like, fuck, we've only got. I think we had 2 days
Yeah, it was
to,
2 days
to re-amp guitars and re-record some bits. It was
reamping guitars, and I'd gone into that album with a hell of a cold, so the vocals are awful. Not that they're great anyway, but there was a lot of auto-tune parts. Like, no, this can't happen. I need to go in and redo it, and it definitely paid off, I would say.
So will it be like a full album in the works with videos, possible tour?
No idea, man. Just see
Probably.
what happens.
I'm nosy. You know, I want to know.
I think we're just taking each day as it comes.
I think we'd start smaller.
Yeah,
Aye.
I think, see, in as we all probably do, listen to bands and stuff. Nowadays, I think albums, although it's cool and it's cool to say you've got an album, I think EPs and singles are the way to go because it grabs people's attention and
It's more interaction online.
I would say so.
Takes a bit less time to do as well.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's really cool to say we've got an album out, but that's all it is. You're just saying you've got an album out because ultimately people are just gonna connect with 2 or 3 songs, and then the rest's just
Yeah, because an album is a new product, and then a single's also a new product. So
exactly. So
you're
I'd
not getting
say-
much more for all the extra.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's something I always say. We recorded our first album, something we always keep with. So
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
was sad enough I get it tattooed on my knuckles, but
But yeah, I'd say start small, probably single, potentially EP, and just see how we go from there. Really. But yeah, we're definitely put it this way. Crop system's not dead. No chance. No way.
it's time now. We get a reach back out there. That's going to be the main thing, is getting a reach back. Because obviously our
Speaking of which, we've got a stage to get to.
not right now. We don't. But obviously our page was dead for 3 years. So
Yeah.
Thrash of the Titans tonight. How excited are you for that?
man,
Yeah,
we'll hopefully fix the Ivory Blacks issues with the on stage sound.
Yeah. The last time we played here was with Nocturne Wolf, and poor Will got knocked in his arse by some nutter in the audience.
Oh, no,
and that
some-
wasn't even a packed house, so
Oh, no,
tonight's
some-
going to be
Yeah,
Bonkers,
to
man.
be fair, Sorby somebody ran into the back of Sorby, and then he just went wee.
That's right, aye. And even to the point Adam came out from behind the kit. That's a rarity. But no, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a sweaty one, and it's just fun getting back making noise, man. It's just good.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking time out to speak with me, boys. It's been great, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again tonight. It's been a few months since I've seen you, so it'll be a good one.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Let's go see some fucking bands.
What can I say? I've been Esteban. This has been the return of Corrupt the System, and this has been the Doomsday Report. Keep it metal.